today. If I could have counsel with your appearances tonight.
Ryan Ziegler on behalf of people.
Kyle Travis on behalf of Mr. Johnson.
All right, this is the date and time set for sentencing. Mr. Johnson, did you have an adequate opportunity to go through the pre-sentence report and talk to Mr. Travis about that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Travis, are there any additions, deletions, or corrections to that report?
Your Honor, not that I'm aware
Okay. Are there any challenges to the scoring of the guidelines?
of. No, Your Honor.
Mr. Ziegler, do you have any additions, deletions, or corrections?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any challenges to the scoring?
No, Your Honor.
Anything on behalf of the people for allocution?
Your Honor, Mr. Johnson clearly has an issue with controlled substances. He has 2 prior felony convictions that are both drug related. He's had 2 files here, both drug related. When he was picked up for his warrant, for one of these cases, he was found with more cocaine in his residence, giving rise to the dismissed file. Mr. Johnson clearly has an issue that he needs to address. His record is not horrendous as of yet, and these offenses are not so egregious that he is getting prison recommendations, but I think he is running out of time in that regard. The guidelines here are 0 to 9. I think a sentence in the middle of the guidelines is very appropriate, and so I would support the recommendation of PSI author. However, Mr. Johnson needs to understand that if he continues to return to this court or to another court on these types of charges, guidelines are going to continue to grow, and recommendations on the lower middle end of the guidelines are going to dry up. I hope that he understands that his name and his history are well known to me and are well known to local law enforcement. And if he continues down this road, prison is the likely next stop. For today, Your Honor, I would just ask the court to adopt the recommendations.
Mr. Travis.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've known Mr. Johnson for a while now. He does very clearly have a very real drug problem. I am somewhat encouraged that he's not so much escalated his problem. These are regular narcotics cases. That's like a great thing, but at least for Gary, that he's not progressing in his use. He knows he needs to stop. He's had some successes at that, but generally not been great. I mean, we talk about what happened in the interim of these 2 cases, and he's pretty honest. He's not going to try and tell Your Honor that, oh, I was clean for the 8 months in between. He's got a real problem. He's been clean for a while now. He has noted he's got a probation violation in Grand Traverse. So we don't know what's going to happen there, but he's still facing further consequences from this happening. That hasn't been resolved. He's been arraigned, but nothing's really happened with that yet. So I suspect the way things have been going, after he finishes whatever sentence Your Honor gives him, he will then go over to Grand Traverse and still have more issues to deal with. He's got a lot of potential. I don't know how his father's doing right now, but I know his father was in the sobriety court in Grand Traverse County, and when I talked to him about that, was doing quite well. That's part of the issue Gary has. His father has a pretty extensive criminal history too, and he's had that kind of following him around since he was this whole time here in Kalkaska. But he knows that he's the one who's got to change that path. So we would ask the court to follow the recommendations. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson, anything you wanted to say today?
I'd just like to apologize to the courts and the community for my actions. It was fueled by my substance abuse issue. It was irresponsible, selfish. I need to change the people I hang out with, or it's going to be an escalating door for me. That's all.
All right, I read through the report. I'm familiar with what happened in this case. There's also information in that report about your background and your history through this PSI, as well as the PSI that was done most recently in Grand Traverse. So I've got a good handle on what was going on here that brings you before the court, as well as your past history, past offenses, and your personal circumstances. I agree with Mr. Ziegler. I mean, you're coming before the court enough that I'm starting to recognize you, and I'm on the bench in 3 different counties. I probably have at any given time 300 cases on my docket. So the fact that I'm recognizing you means that you're coming to court way too often, and you're going to end up going to prison sooner or later if you don't get a handle on things. And so I hope that you're going to take this opportunity of a relatively light jail sentence. I agree that a sentence in the middle of the guidelines is appropriate as a kind of a warning shot that you're running out of chances now. So the court is going to follow the recommendation and sentence you to 4 months in the Kalkaska County Jail. Again, that's right in the middle of the guidelines. You do have credit for 96 days served. Court is going to order a crime victims assessment in the amount of $130, court costs of $325, attorney fees of $350, and a $68 state cost. You do have the ability to seek an appeal of this sentence. And Mr. Travis, if you can have Mr. Johnson acknowledge his appellate rights. You are admitted to the custody of the county at this time. Dennis is present here in the courtroom today. Have the counsel put your appearances on.
Ryan Ziegler.
Mr. Seeger, how did we want to proceed with this?
Your Honor, it's my understanding that the appeal about for Mr. Dennison at this time.
Mr. Ziegler, is that a correct statement of the plea offer?
It is, Your Honor.
Mr. Dennis, have you had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Seeger about this plea agreement?
Yes.
Is that how you wanted to proceed today?
Yes, Your Honor.
You raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Dennis, are you currently on any kind of probation or parole?
Yes, probation.
Where's that out of?
Benzie County.
Okay. Do they know that you're entering this plea here today?
They're about to.
Okay. That means they don't know yet. Okay. So you understand that by pleading guilty here, that could result in a violation of your probation and that you could face additional penalties in Benzie County? And the maximum possible penalty for this added count 2 of possession of analogs is up to 2 years. Do you understand that? With all of that in mind, what is your plea to that charge today?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Right now you have certain rights. I'm going to go through those with you. You have the right to have a trial. You have the right to be tried by a jury. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. You have the right to have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty. You have the right to have any witnesses against you appear at trial and to question those witnesses. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses on your behalf appear at trial. You have the right to remain silent during a trial and to not have that silence used against you, and the right to testify at a trial yourself if you wanted. You understand all those rights.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And you understand that you're giving up and waiving all of those rights by pleading guilty.
I do.
Also, you don't have an automatic right to appeal the plea that you're making here today. If you wanted to try to appeal it, you can only do that by leave. That means you have to ask the Court of Appeals to hear your case. They can say no, and then that would be the end of any appeal. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Has anyone threatened you with anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what we said here in court today?
No.
Is it your own free choice to enter this plea?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty to this charge because you are actually guilty of this charge?
Yes.
The information I have indicates this happened on April 1st of 2025. Is that the correct date?
Yes.
On that date, were you present here in Kalkaska County?
Yes.
And on that date, did you have possession of a controlled substance that was or contained some fentanyl?
I did, Your Honor.
Did you have any legal right to have any amount of that substance?
No.
Did you know that you had that substance in your possession?
Yes.
Mr. Ziegler, are you satisfied with the factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Seeger?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, are either of you aware of any threats, promises, or inducements other than what's been placed on the record?
No, Your Honor.
No, sir.
Are you both satisfied that the court has complied with statute and court rule in the taking of this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Dennis, the court finds that your plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. The court is satisfied there is a factual basis to support a finding that you are guilty of this charge. The court will accept your guilty plea. We'll set this matter for a sentencing hearing. You'll be notified of the date and time of that hearing. It's important between now and then that you stay in touch with your attorney, Mr. Seeger. Before you leave court today, you're going to need to go next door to the probation office, and they're going to get you a packet for a pre-sentence report. Do you have any questions? Thank you. That's all.